Yo Rana, and welcome to FM Tahiti. Hope you're doing well. We've come back in this episode for the very first round of the Inter-Island Cup, which sees us drawn against Tahaa Island. So, as a brief reminder, Tahaa Island won the last two Inter-Island Cups, so they've won all the Inter-Island Cups that exist currently, two. And they won the last one by beating us 3-1 in the final. So, a slight kind of grudge match. They also knocked us out in the first Inter-Island Cup, in the very first season, at the quarter-final stage, which we didn't mind so much at that point, because they were Premiership, we were Championship, first season, not necessarily a big deal. But so it's a bit more of a grudge match. We come up against them in the Inter-Island Cup far more than we should, potentially. In the very last episode, we played Manué, where we got a sneaky win from a Salaberry toe poker at the end. We played Tupai, where we lost 3-1 because the team just was... This is when 21 of our players were out on international duty, so there wasn't many players actually around. Off camera, I played against the Eels. So the Eels won the OCL. They're one of the favourites to win the title. And it was fairly even for most of the match. Even and boring, I should probably say. And then Fred Tissett scored a screamer, and we gave a penalty away, and that was it. We weren't good enough to win it, but it took something special for them to win it. So, not a great start to the season. 1 win, 2 losses, but we're settling in. Players weren't available. So we're going to play against Tahaa now. I just want to show you our new signing. Yannick Janin. He's a realist. Highly rated. Tahitian. Play Poacher, but he can play pressing forward and target man, which is useful for us, apparently. Poacher is what he's best at, which is unfortunate for him because we don't play as a Poacher. He's from AS Chance. He's played 31 times for them in the league, scored about 11 goals. But he looked like he could be really good. So physically, acceleration, natural fitness, balance, pace, all decent. Off the ball decisions, composure, anticipation are all close to double figures if they're not double figures like composure, and he's got good determination and leadership, which is always quite nice. Finishing 15, which is good. That's about it really there. So I thought he could be promising. I pay him £250 per week, which is a bit more than we generally want to pay players, but if Henderson's kind of at the end of things really, Yannick might be a good replacement. So I'm starting him with Gerard for the moment to see how the two of them do. So he's going to be playing the target man. So his heading's not fantastic, but to be honest, it's not that much different from... Wallace got 9, so he's a little bit different from Wallace. And so okay. So his heading isn't as good as the others who normally play target man. Oh, that's fair enough. But he's got good finishing and other attributes, so he might be worth a punt. So we're going to play Tahaa now. I've rambled. They're doing particularly well in the league. Seth Waite's not particularly fit. Let's change him out. Something Spearling on for Narendona is also a bit unfit as well. I should do. They've gone for a 4-4-1-1. Just gone for a standard 4-4 humping 2 for the moment. Let's put an end to this. End this poor form. Phil Lamb cares, no one else cares. I have a feeling some of the players might be a little bit groggy from their international exploits, because the Austral Islands won the Atoll Championship. Top of the group, won their first Atoll Championships, and now in the last 3 years, Tahiti, Marquesas, and now the Austral Islands have won the Atoll Championships. No one's retained it yet. Get rid of it. It's bouncing out all over the place. And even though we've got reduced capacity, we don't seem to be filling all those seats. I guess our form is actually bad. If you consider the end of the season as well, our form bad. So maybe that's keeping people away. The board were a little bit concerned by the amount of goals we conceded at the end of the season. And we've not actually got that much better. Gerard, go on. Oh, two attempts. That's unfortunate. Again, I think Gerard, when he came back from his injury, wasn't as sharp as beforehand. He's going to need a little bit of time to get up to sharpness. I think he's one of those players, when he's sharp, he's unstoppable. When he's not, he doesn't get much luck. Okay, Lamb kind of missing that one. Weaver getting it out. I think Weaver's one of the most underrated players on the team. Go on, get rid. Cleared by Lamb. So yeah, Weaver got one of the clearances in there. And I think I was one of the people to underrate him to begin with. Come on, Manuel, get it in. One of you get it in. Or shoot, yeah, fine. Yeah, it's one of the ones who thought he wasn't going to be any good, but actually he's been pretty integral. Go on. Almost. Pretty sure that came off Yannick's head initially. So I feel like this is even. Go on, Chant, get it out. Macasina, get rid of it. Macasina's getting to the ball in the air a lot, which is good. Long throw. Gerard, yes, there we go. It's good work by Richards just to get onto the end of that throw-in. Cut it back in. Only just got to it, I think. Chipped a little bit, and then it goes. Okay, maybe we're going to put the Tahaa curse to bed. Stop him. Get the ball back. Make it into our highlight. Brought Smith back in as first choice goalkeeper after Bothwell had a couple of games. The two might rotate a bit, but probably going to favour Ahmed because he's got a season's worth of experience under his belt and he's not eccentric. It's key for a keeper. Two on of Skyrights look like they're battling it out in the latest event updates. Yeah, so made it to half time 1-0. Pretty even shots. Our possession's a bit lower than it was last season, which is good. Maybe we're actually playing more long ball. Fractionally. I'm happy. Keep this up. Yannick's been a bit quiet, but he is just getting used to this. Gerard was searching ball, but yeah, Gerard was highlighted as being one of the potential top goal scorers of the season. So you know how he does that kind of preview of best young players, top player, best goal scorer, that kind of thing, or highest goal scorer. Ooh, oh, that's unlucky for them. Ricochet. I think it's just a defensive error. I don't think we did anything particularly good there. And it goes, punched out, and then smacked against him. Yeah, we did nothing. It's completely undeserved by us. Unforced. Janin, almost. Yeah, so Gerard was 7-1 or 7-2. He's one of the top goal scorers. He wasn't the favourite. He wasn't actually the top goal scorer in the league last season. He was just second or third, I think. He got 15 league goals. Obviously 33 across all competitions. But these odds are just for the league ones. Gerard, go on, get it to Yannick. He's got space. Pulled knee ligaments. Yeah, off he comes. Chisholm can go on. It's Chisholm's heading. Let's swap these two around. Anyone else you want to bring on at this stage? Let's bring Douglas because Richards is getting tired. Tahaa signed Stevie Chong. Stevie Chong wouldn't even go on trial to us. He's one of the real players playing in the Confederations Cup. Went away and played in France. I think it's Bremond who's the best Tahitian player currently in real life. I think Bremond. Is he at Toulouse maybe? He's in France. For definite. He's got a contract there, he's pretty good. Chisholm kind of flails a little bit, that one. Fouled apparently, so advantage to Tahaa. Douglas intercepts. Driving run, Jan in. Ooh, that was a good little... Putting like a little burst of speed then to get around the player. It's good. Chisholm, nah. Interesting. Janin getting in there. Maybe Janin's going to be better in that pressing forward role. I guess it is a bit closer to the poacher role. Less reliance on being in the air. Assuming Gerard's okay, I might check to see maybe whether I could swap them around a bit. Get rid of it. Try and keep a clean sheet. Clamps there to put it out. Need to hold on. Just keep it steady. Not like that, but let's bring on Salaberry for Akasina, who's played well. Oh, Janin's... Oh, what a purchase goal. So obviously I just paused that to make the sub and ruined the flow of that a little bit. That was good. So Smith, long ball that I was negative about, but does a mistake. Yannick picks it up. Coolly finishes. So yeah, a bit of a... That is kind of that poaching, predatory kind of instinct. Yeah, made the change. Nothing to do with them, is it? That's his first goal for us. So already puts him on a par with, was it Dubois? We bought in the first season. He was like the top goal scorer in the championship and then scored one for us, and that was it. Get the ball out. Ooh, that was very close. Just bounced out just right for us. Oh, Douglas messed that one up with his touch. He's done alright when intercepting and driving forwards there. Get to Yannick, see what we can do. Or Chisholm. Chisholm's alright. Spearling. That's what we want to see. So I think this counts as successful revenge. Ish. They beat us 3-1 in the final, and we're knocking them out in the first round next year 4-0. So we're stopping them from winning it 3 years in a row for definite. So that's going to be a little bit painful for them. It only really works out for us if we could win the title, win the cup even. That'd be true revenge then. Okay, well, that's 4-0. So that's alright, isn't it? It was a confident enough performance. Bit of luck with some of the goals, but not all 4. Well, you got the clean sheet. So what I'll probably do now is I will come back for the Takaroa Terrors match. So I'll play the Morpia and the Feral Cats, come back for the Takaroa, and then next episode we could do Hiva Oa and probably Moria. It's one of the matches, something like that. Just to get used to the season, then we'll do bigger stretches as we go through. I will be back in a second. So back for the next match, and actually I skipped ahead a tiny bit to the next Inter-Island Cup match, so I lied a little bit in the last one. If we just look at the schedule, after Tahaa, we played Morpeth, where we drew 1-1. Stuart Spearling scored a really nice goal. But we also got given a penalty that we missed, so we could have won it, but we wasted it, threw it away a little bit, but early days, I guess. Then we played the Feral Cats in the Mutiny Trophy, and Yannick Janin got the only goal of that, but we hammered them a bit. And we could have got a bit more. And then we just played the Takaroa Terrors and kind of ruined the Mutiny Trophy for us a little bit. The groups tend to be quite tight, and a loss means we could struggle a little bit. Even if we win the rest, we could be out of it already. It's one of those ones it's difficult to tell. But yeah, we lost 1-0. We probably didn't deserve to win. Draw would have been fairer. So hopefully the Cup is a little bit kinder to us. I've been struggling a bit to work out how to play Gerard and Yannick together as well. It's a bit difficult, so both not fully fit. No one's really fully fit yet because of all the international stuff. So I've been rotating them around, so sometimes Gerard's the pressing forward, sometimes Yanin is. Yanin's probably better as the pressing forward than he is the target man, but Gerard's also scored a lot from that position. So we'll probably leave him be. Nothing but a win. There we go. So Hiva are in the league below us. So we'll have to see how this goes. It's still early in the season, so teams haven't settled down particularly, so we don't know who should be strong, who shouldn't be strong. We should have really beaten Takaroa Terrors, to be honest, but we did have some fitness issues across the board. So, for example, McIntyre and Lamb are playing this match, but they had to sit the last match out because they were too tired. But I also didn't have anyone who could really replace them because their replacements are away for the under-19s. Aaron Donner, ooh, good shot. Good save, but good shot. Surviving. See, we didn't have any replacements, so I had to put 2 centre-backs. So I think Salaberry and Bolt played as the full-backs, so we weren't as natural in those positions as we really needed to be. Got Gerard. Not quite Gerard. See, we've still got those players out in the 19s. A lot of players we've got are still slowly trying to work their way back into fitness. I put Macasina on the bench so we can replace Weaver at half time, and I might go to that slightly adapted 4-4-2 then and see how that plays out. Yeah, Weaver's knackered. Chiz is injured as well, so it's going well. This could be a tough season. We've already started. This is already kind of the worst start to a season we've had, I guess, technically. First season of the Championship, we had a really good run to begin with. I had an exceptional run in the first kind of month, that first Premiership season. And into Gerard. Do it. Yeah, there we go. It's a good goal by Gerard. Second goal of the season so far, so he's starting. Maybe he's going to gain some momentum. Yannick did well to pick up on this one. I thought the pass was a little weak, but actually Gerard was able to do what he needed for the rest. I think when Wallace is back, the striker, I might give him a few runs because he's got a good partnership with Gerard, which is important. And well, salting the wall there with that ball. Janin? Nah. 3 points to Richards there. Apparently it was deflected. Get it back in. Oh, and another one for Gerard. See, I think that almost settles it. Gerard's got to play in that pressing forward position. I know these are kind of like aerial balls where it doesn't really matter, but it's that position. It's coming to him and he's putting them away, so that's his. Yanin's just going to have to either make the target man position his own, or if Wallace comes in and takes that position, then he might have to come on as a super sub and use his pace to kind of destroy teams in the last half hour. Actually, I think that might work quite nicely. Another alternative, though, is if we do play that wide target man, having Gerard as the target man on the left. But I don't know if he'll score many from there. So I'm pretty happy with this. Let's try and fix this. Bring on Spearling for Richards, because we have no one who can play on the left. Macasina's going to go on for... No, let's try and undo. Let's go to tactics. If we go to this, Gerard there, Spearling there, Macasina there, that almost works. Go for it. So this is the second outing for that wide target man formation. That very first one was like the backup youth players. Didn't have many options, and it kind of killed the game off for the most part. We have no idea whether it's actually any good. Difficult to tell because we've just not had much in the way of useful highlights. I mean, they're knocking it around well. That was reckless. Lucky it was just such a poor tackle. It missed him completely. And now they scored. Okay. One goal's okay. We can... Oh, that was so close, that tackle. We can live with one. I expected better for Spearling. He's actually quite good at free kicks in theory. Okay, Gerard's there. Didn't go that well. Managed to keep possession. Okay, Jan in on his own. I don't think his tactic's working quite as I'd intended, but also it's not exactly like it's a fair attempt at this tactic. Like a fully fit, unformed team, so you can see it at its best. It's... Ooh, that was close. Saved by the bar. Again, saved by the bar. So when we were attacking, it looked kind of like those two midfielders, central midfielders, were getting in the positions they needed to be. Plus, they're getting in positions they needed to be, but the wide target men don't seem to have done much so far. I'm going to do Jordan Chisholm for Yannin. Could have taken off Manuel, but Waite's not actually a right-sided attacking midfielder, so the target man is a bit beyond him. Chisholm can take the ball down well. Just coming back from a bit of injury. Come on. Do something. Why did he do that? I've noticed when Spearling's on, the ball does get cut back to him on the edge of the area quite a bit. He managed to get a goal like that last season and won this season so far, so it's got potential as a kind of move. It's not what I intended to sort of happen, but it's got potential. You just need to hold on. If it goes to like extra time or anything like that, we're done. I don't think we can hold on for that long. Good. Terrible corner. We'll take that. Spearling again. It's getting close. He's dangerous. I mean, everyone's dangerous still from free kicks until they correct it, but... Oh, let's blow the whistle. There we go. So you've scraped through in the end. It was a little tighter than it needed to be. Maybe that tactic's not quite ready. But there we go, we're through to the next round. So I'm going to go ahead and play a few more matches. I'll come back for some league games probably in the future. And around about that point, we'll have played enough games so you'll be able to see how the league's actually shaping up. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.